This is where like you owe your friends a courtesy sniff when they're like, "Oh, that smells terrible. Smell it." Like this is the bourbon. It'd be like, "Oh gosh, here, smell it."
All right. So our final two is, the thing that everybody watches this channel for anyway, which is you versus me. And then they just see me get my butt kicked because that's generally what happens over and over. I'm sure my wife even chose yours. Oh, so Chuck ran out of Glencairns because he was not prepared. See that? I would like everyone to recognize the person that also video edits also is always prepared.
Whoa. Generally, Chuck is the most prepared, most ready. One time.
Okay, if you were the most prepared, sir, where's your Eagle Scout badge? Because I do believe it is the Boy Scout motto to be prepared. And I
was
Eagle
playing
Scout.
Baseball, sorry.
I'm short. I can't play baseball. I'm left-handed. They were like, be a pitcher. And I'm like, I don't want to be a pitcher. They're like, then you can't play baseball. And I was like, okay, goodbye. That is my baseball career. Thank you. We're moving on. So yeah, so it is going to be my number 2 versus Chuck's number 3. And oh my goodness, that is a very interesting nose for mine. Not necessarily a good nose at all, because oh my gosh, I have never had so much grain and hay, and
that's got to be Hidden Barn.
I feel like it might be.
Oh Lord,
I went through.
I don't even need to taste it.
This is, you went to the state fair and you fell in the elephant ear dough machine.
This is where you owe your friends a courtesy sniff when they're like, "Oh, that smells terrible. Smell it." Like this is the bourbon. It'd be like, "Oh gosh, here, smell it."
I just like, we just heard out of Chuck's mouth, you owe your friend a courtesy sniff. Like that could be
never heard of that. It was like
things.
That was like on a TV show. Now we're not talking about like little white lines of powder.
No, I'm not talking that. I'm like, hey, this thing's been growing on my arm for 3 weeks. Could you smell it? Does it smell dead? You owe your friend a courtesy sniff.
That sounds like it's like,
so yeah.
I was thinking in the TV show, it was like a gym bag, it was like threw his gym clothes in a bag, put it in the closet. Like some of us, we forget about it until the next time you go to get it, which could be a month. And then you open it up and you're like, oh gosh, that's bad. And then so you hand it, you're like, oh, how bad is it?
So I will say though, like at least mine has stuff on the nose. Yours is very lacking. There's not a lot there. Like
sometimes the absence is a good thing.
No smell is better than a smell. There. Okay, now I'm finally getting some. There's a little bit of like oak and char.
Yeah, and a little bit of honey. Like it's
like a
little bit of a light sweet,
super watered down Jack Daniels in the other room, and you get a whiff of it.
Oh, that palate though. Well, I can get behind that.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to number 1 first.
Sorry, I didn't even want to taste number 1.
That's got to be the Bradshaw. Like, I don't even think Hidden Barn pulls off that. Oh my gosh! Like, as long as this is drinkable, it wins. All right, Chuck takes it.
Let's give the people some tasting notes. I'm gonna endure this.
Yeah, don't buy whatever this one is.
I mean, dough, a lot of grain, just like a malted grain, like a grain corn. Like I can get it all. Like, and I appreciate grains. I do. In this, you can smell every single one of them that went into the barley.
It is very rare that we're like steer away from something, because you can usually find something in it that is positive. I can't.
There's a little bit of a sweet character, maybe. Mostly just grain.
It's like sweet grain with a tire burning. It's
He goes back to his burning rubber.
It's
Um,
not good.
and I'm trying to like, longer time in the barrel. I don't think helps this.
No.
I just think you spend more money, get the same result. Like this is just, it's not good to start, not good later.
Yeah.
Um, maybe good with Coke. I don't know.
And yours
Not even good
is,
in a cocktail. I don't think. I don't know.
yeah, I wouldn't put it in a cocktail. I'd use it
Oh, I
for
did get a little
like,
bit. Did you say a little dough on mine as well?
yeah. Whatever the first one is, which is mine, is going to be what we use for all of our sexy photo shoots of bourbon being poured in Glencairns
Yes.
and then poured out.
Yeah.
It's poured in and it's poured
You
out.
spill that, no
Yeah,
problem.
no problem. But yeah, yours is, it's got a lot of sweet to it, but
Yeah.
then there is a good oak in there. I would say this is probably the Heaven's Door.
That's oh, okay. I was thinking this could even be the Brothers Bond because
I'm starting to think that first one we tried of yours is the Brothers Bond. We have Brothers Bond, Sweetens Cove, Heaven's Door. Because I don't think this is very high proof. But then again, when
okay.
I say
I'm
it's
with
not very
you.
high proof, it's like 4,000.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
alcohol.
145 proof, whatever.
So
It's hazmat. Yeah, and honestly, I hadn't like. I mean, you look at most of these bottles. It's I didn't drink a whole lot before I poured the sample. So,
all right.
and
So
it's been a
now,
while since I revisited them intentionally. So, like, I didn't want it to affect our ratings either. So, like, I intentionally didn't visit them recently. So, I don't know what this is.
so once again, like just like throughout this whole thing, if you haven't watched the first of the bracket videos, you probably should. But when we did the very first one, and my wife brought in the hammer and said I was right, and we agreed with her. But then the very next one, she was wrong, and then she was right again.
And then she was
Right, and then this one, she put what we all agree with, which is Chuck's wins, so the second of the two. But she also put a little note that said, "Very good matchup, both good." What? No.
She's just trying to make the bourbons feel good. So they were both good. They both deserve to be here.
Whoa. Are you saying my wife would lie to make somebody feel better? Because that makes me question a lot of things about
I was gonna say
marriage.
she does it to you every day.
Yeah. You did good, honey. That rug is clean. No, it's not. Why are you vacuuming
I'm gonna clean
at
it
2
later.
a.m.? All right. So
TJ, you look great in that maroon pullover.
I know. Anyway, so moving on. We got one of mine. We've got Chuck's, and then Chuck's again, and then Chuck's again. So we are on par for the normal thing, which is Chuck just, spends a lot of money and gets some really good bourbon. So really what we should start doing is, does price matter? Like at some point, if you just buy a really expensive bottle, like it's going to be good. But then
I've got some really good data on, although let's be honest, the price of your hidden barn versus mine.
Yeah, the hidden barn is $75. Well, and let's be honest too, like you do a lot of research on everything you buy. You are a very wise consumer, where I'm just like, ooh, something new. I want it.
shiny new Bradshaw.
Yeah, exactly. Like Fred Minnick said Bradshaw's good. Gotta have it. What the hell? But yeah, but this is why we do this stuff. So you guys don't make the same mistakes I do. So moving on, we will be doing Chuck's versus mine. So is this, I guess we will reveal what they are to us when we get to the finals. We're going to keep this still hidden, but you guys obviously know because of the channel, which is making this more exciting for me. And at the end of the day, it's all about me. I don't care about you guys. But please hit that like, that comment, and subscribe. And we love you all. Cheers.
Stay neat.